Hey guys, welcome to another news breakdown here on Go Mango. As always, I'm your host of Stratos, and today we have a slew of Mashin Sentai Kiramager news that came to us from the trailer, from the leaks, the scans, and even the press conference. So we're just gonna go through all of this sequentially through trailer order, through everything we got from the trailer, and then we'll just fill in the gaps in between. So without further ado, let's just dive right in and start with these guys. These guys are the Emperors of Darkness Jotunheim. I knew in the earlier sort of leaks and scans and stuff, we got information that these guys were called the Jotun Empire or the Jotun Army. So this is probably just an extension of that. These two are the main bad guys. Their main goal is trying to steal hope and radiance from people, so it makes sense that everything's all sort of crystal-y and you know, magic-y, so this fits with the theme. One of these guys' names is Garza. The other guy, the other one is Carantula. I'm not sure which one's who. Garza is voiced by Yuichi Nakamura, while Crantula, is voiced by Yasuhiro Takato. Again, don't know too much about these guys. All I know is the red one has a regular human mouth, and I hate it. I don't like it at all. Get it away from me. Next up, we have these two. Only the girl here showed up in the trailer. Her father presumably did not. But this girl's name is Princess Mabushina, voiced by Inori Minase. And then this is King Oraden or Oradin. He's also he's voiced by Tomokazu Sugita, who's also the voice of the narrator and the voice of the changer. These guys are from Cristaria, the land of jewelry. Yeah, considering this guy, the king, is going to be the voice of the changer and all the everything, I guess that's where they're getting their powers from. I don't like the looks of these guys, but you know what, I'll just deal with it. Next up, we've got this dude. This guy's name is Professor Muroyo. And he's being played by a Japanese comedian named Daimo Kosaka. Not much is known about this guy, so we'll move on. Next up are these things, the Kirame stones. We finally get a really nice look at them, and it was so nice that I actually had to make one myself. So quick little plug here. I'm probably going to do a video later showing you how you might be able to make this yourself, possibly for free if you have the necessary resources. Another thing with this is that we learned today that these things are actually very massive. This took 14 hours to make, and I cannot imagine how long it would take to make that version. So we'll see just what's going on with this stuff later. But yeah, that's what these look like. They all have their own individual sort of personalities, and I do believe they become the mecha, so we'll see what happens there. Next up, we get this beautiful shot of, I don't think this might be their all call. I don't know what this is, but I love it. It also sort of shows the team divisions, as we saw earlier from the other news breakdowns. Pink and blue, those guys are forming their own sort of sub-team because they're the flying vehicles, while green, red, and yellow are their own other team with the land vehicles. I don't know why red is standing all over there on his own, but he looks like he's having a good time, so we'll just let him do that. Next up, we got this really nice shot of the machines docked. And I believe, this is just an assumption, but it sort of looks like the Kirame stones are going to grow to these massive sizes, be in this hangar bay, and then pretty much just launch out. So that's really neat. I can't wait to see how that looks, just in motion. Next up, we sort of have our character looks, our character breakdowns. So first up is Kirame Red Juru, played by Ryo Komiya. Red is a high school student with artistic talents who meets the other Kiramagers when trying to draw their battles. I already love this kid. He's an artist that likes superheroes. We have a lot in common. Can't wait to see more from this guy. His vehicle, which I guess is also his His Kirame Stone is Mashin Fire. That's going to be voiced by Kenichi Suzumura. And if that, voice name sounds familiar, that's because that is also the voice of Ryutaros in Den-O. So that's fantastic. Can't wait to see more from this. Next up, another thing to note here is that earlier on, it was sort of rumored that this is going to be Red's vehicle, but this is actually a campaign exclusive sort of situation. We'll talk more about it later once we get to the DX Kiramager news, but just know this is not his mech. It's another thing. We'll get to this. Next up, we have Yellow. Kirame Yellow Tamae Tomo is being played by Rui Kihara. Yellow is a professional esports player, which is pretty cool. That's a brand new profession that's sort of cropped up in the last 10 or so years. So it's nice to see, I don't know, just sort of something different, something to shake up the status quo here. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what his character has in store for us. His partner is Mashin Chavello, which is a portmanteau of shovel and yellow, if you couldn't tell. And it's being voiced by Mitsuo Iwata. Next up is Kirame Green Senna, played by Yume Shinjo. Green is an athlete aspiring in specializing in track and field. Her machine is the Mashin Mach. It is voiced by Kenji Akebane. Next up is Blue Shigeru, played by Atomu Mizushi. And Blue is a stunt actor who frequently has to wear different costumes. Probably because he's a stunt actor. I don't know why that's part of the description, but it's there. Anyways, next up, his machine is the Mashin Jetter, voiced by Genki Okawa. Next up is Kirame Pink Sayo, played by Miu Kudo. Now, if she looks familiar in the trailer, that's because she's actually being played by the actress who played Kanon in Kamen Rider Ghost. So that's really cool. Glad she gets to suit up finally. Even Spectre's actor who played her brother in the show, sent out his well wishes to her, and can't wait to see her, suit up herself. So that's really awesome. She is a doctor who also specializes in Aikido. It was also rumored that she's going to be playing like a big sister role in the team. Her machine is the Mashin Helicopter, and it's going to be voiced by Yuki Nagaku. Next up, we get to see in the trailer kind of Kiramaizin. The thing is, this is only a combination of red, yellow, and green, which again lines up with the information we got about them being a sort of subgroup to begin with. But then we also got the full mecha with all 5 in the team, and this thing looks absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to see this thing in motion, and we sort of did in the trailer, but I can't wait to see more. Along with this guy, we also have a bunch of DX Kiramager news. So like I said earlier, that red car, that's actually going to be part of a campaign. When this show, or around March, I believe, you'll be able to... before this releases, you'll be able to get into a lottery if you're in Japan to get these early. It's going to come with the mech and the car. And Zero One did this when it released with a special item of the 01 Ride Watch. So, and then that became a pre-order bonus. So it's just a bonus item they throw in for free if, your retailer of choice has enough of them. So it's looking like that's going to be the case here. It's going to be, a lottery exclusive for now, and then soon, hopefully, it'll become a pre-order bonus. You'll just get it, hopefully. Again, depends on if AmiAmi or HLJ is going to have enough for you. It's just whatever happens, so good luck there. But yeah, anyways, we get our first also full look at the mech itself, and yeah, one of these things is not like the other. But you know what? It's fine. It's a toy. it looks fine enough on its own, and it looks like it has a fun enough play pattern. The individual vehicles look very distinct and very colorful. Speaking of which, we got our first looks at the individual mechs, and there are just a few things that I do kind of want to hit on that, you know, there might be some sort of hidden forms or hidden appendages in these images. So first up is Red that I really wanted to touch on. Obviously he has the hand just hanging out of his crane, or the, you know, the fire truck crane thing. So that's something to take note of. Again, that's not shown to be in the regular form, that arm, so it must be for something else. Another thing that hasn't showed up in any other form that we've seen so far is Pink's. Man, she has a head at the base of the propeller, if you can see that. And then also two fists at the ends of like the rotary at the tail end. So that's really interesting. I'm not quite sure what that's for. Proportionally though, these are very small limbs. I'm wondering if she and Blue will be able to form a mech on their own, or if this is just something else. I'm not sure, but I am anxious to see what that's all about. It's very interesting, so yeah, can't wait. Anyways, next up, we have the staff of the show. And this guy is going to be our head writer. He's a veteran of Tokusatsu, Naruhisa Arakawa. He's done things like Gokaiger, Deca Ranger, oh, and you know, that small little thing of Super Sentai Strongest Battle. So this guy's probably going to bring his A game. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us for this show. I'm just absolutely excited. I cannot wait to see what happens here. Next up, we have the director, Kyohei Yamaguchi. He did a few writer projects, and he's going to be, you know, the lead director. Of note that he's done, I really liked Kikai, and he actually did the Kikai bits of the of Geo, so that was cool to see. If you want to know some of his other works, I've made a playlist of our review of some of his build work and some of his Geo work. So go ahead and check those out in the eye icon above if you want to know more. Maybe we make some reference to his directorial choices. Either way, can't wait to see what this guy has in store. Next up is this guy. If he looks familiar, that might be because you saw him in person, because he's been to an American convention, Japan World Heroes. He's been to a lot of them. He is going to be the action director, actually, and not a suit actor this time. He is Hirofumi Fukuzawa. So this guy's like prolific. He did the what is it? He did sorry. He did the suit acting for, I think, Gao Red and even Gokai Red. Just a slew of heroes. So this guy has donned many masks, and now he's in the director chair, or action direction chair. He's done that before too, but, you know, he's just of note now. So get ready, he's coming in. Next up is our head composer, Junichi Matsumoto. He hasn't done too much, but what he has done has actually been featured heavily in Ancient Magus Bride. I haven't watched the show, but I did listen to a few of these tracks. They're actually quite beautiful, whimsical, magical, just what the show needs. So I'm very much looking forward to what he's got. And yeah, next up, we've got the two singers for the opening and the ending. The opening, Mashin Sentai Kiramager, very original, is going to be done by Yohei Onishi over to the right. He also did Ninja and Juoger's opening themes. And for the ending, to the left, Takashi Deguchi is going to be performing Kirafuru Mirakuru Kiramager. So nice. All right, cool. If you want to listen to their renditions of the song, I'll leave links in the description down below to that and all the other news that came out. So yeah, this will be airing on March 8th, 2020. And then also, they're going to be making a debut in what's going to be like an episode 0 special, which is going to appear alongside the Ryu Soldier vs. Lupat movie. I'm not quite sure how all that's gonna work logistic-wise, but, you know, keep your eyes tuned to Twitter, Tokusatsu Network, Toku Nation, everywhere you get your Toku news, or even here. We will definitely be doing watch-alongs, reviews of everything we can for all this stuff. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell me in the comments down below what you are most excited for. And also, don't forget, I will be making a video on this hopefully shortly. This took a decent amount of work, a lot of time to make, so I can't wait to share that with you. So definitely subscribe to get that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.